Hey, how are you guys? So I know it's been like a crazy long time since I made a video, but that's for a good reason. I have recently moved. Fun, fun, fun. So it took a long time to pack everything up and move it, and you know how moving is. It's just a complete and total mess, and I've just recently gotten all of my weapons back. By weapons I mean tools, to where I can actually get back into the habit of building and making videos. So praise the Lord, I should be able to start making new videos on a regular basis, kind of like I was before. So yeah, here we go. I'll show you what I've recently built. So here it is. I just finished it a couple minutes ago, and it is a mini portable battery powered table saw. I know there's like a lot of information condensed in there, but basically the table saw I had, it's nice, but you know, you don't necessarily need that big of a table saw for some of the smaller jobs, and it's kind of a hassle to go outside, especially in the winter when it's colder outside, and use it when you could just have something like this, a smaller hobby-sized table saw. And this actually, the motor, I'll show you in just a minute, but it's actually the same motor that powered my electric scooter, and that is originally a Ryobi circular saw, so it has plenty of power to go through just about any kind of wood, pine and even oak. Honestly, like you have plenty of power to do anything you want with it. So it's completely adjustable. If you look here, I'll show you how it works in a minute, but here's a wing nut. You just loosen up the wing nut, and you can drop the blade down or raise it up, and then if you want to stay in place, you just tighten the wing nut. So here it is all the way up, and we can even do, you know, a partial right here, so it just barely pokes up. We can adjust that there. So any position you want to be at is completely adjustable. And here is the little battery holder. See, I have my Ryobi battery here, which I can't really take out right now because I only have one hand. And here's the connector for it. I built that into the box. Here is the on and off switch for it. And then what I just finished today is the fence. So how the fence works, I'll show you that first because it'll be the easiest. How the fence works is I have two little blocks of oak, and then I have this actual fence. So this bar will hook on this side, and this bar will hook on this side, and then you'll adjust it where you want it, and when you have it exactly where you want it, you'll just tighten this, and this will pinch this closer to the wood, and so it won't move. You can see here, whoops, wrong way. I have a screw on top, but it's put in there relatively loosely, so it allows this to move out and in. So it's finished deliberately, but it's actually just barely too short for the rails. It's probably about, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch too short, and that's so that these bars can pinch properly. Here's my my bolt I put in there. I had to cut this. I had to cut two strips off, one on top, one on bottom. Cut it halfway, cut this little groove in here, put the bolt in, and then nail it all back together. So yeah, so now I'll open up and I'll show you the inside. So here's the inside of the mini table saw, and I basically took all of the scooter parts from the scooter and I put it in here to build the guts of this. So this is a Ryobi circular saw that I used for my scooter, and now it's actually being used as a saw, which is what it's originally made for, so that's nice. So I have this saw sitting on a piece of ply right there, connected to a gate hinge. That's what that black pin is down there. Right here is a heavy-duty gate hinge. Oops. And then I have another hinge connected to this oak block. And what that does is, without that, I would have had to have cut a curved hole to adjust this, and it would have been a lot more complicated to find out where the hole needs to be, and you know, you couldn't have been off more than like 1/4 of an inch, otherwise it would mess everything up. So I chose the easier route, and it has to actually put the adjustment on a hinge so that it will just naturally adjust to where you want it to be. So as you can see, I put a bolt in here going that way, and the other side has your wing nut and a washer. So if you want to adjust it, you just loosen it, put it wherever you want it to be, and then you tighten it, and it'll pinch that oak piece and that washer together, pinching this this piece of plywood, so it'll stay in place. And over here I have the battery connector. that I built a box for. I took that from the saw itself, kind of recycling it, and I screwed that in there. So you can just pop your battery in there and you're good to go. And that's basically everything for the circular saw. I showed you the switch. Yeah, I use these little electrician wire connectors. Those are so much easier than just twisting together with your hands. Anywho, so now I'll show you cutting. Okay, just adjusted the fins, so we'll put in the battery. There we go. We'll adjust the saw. There we go. And now we'll start with pine. Turn it on. So that worked nicely. Now we'll move on to plywood. Also cut nicely. And now last but not least, we'll try oak. I've never tried this with oak, but it should work, so let's see what happens. So there you go. It can cut oak, pine, and plywood relatively easily. So that is my mini battery-powered table saw. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for sticking around even though I hadn't made a video for a while. And I know that I have to finish the tank videos. I only have one out and I still have to do the one with the cannon I plan on building and then the actual cosmetic of it, like the actual frame of it. So I hope to be doing that soon. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and have a wonderful rest of your day. Oh, by the way, I can sit up straight. I would just be someone out of frame.
Thank you for watching, and please feel free to subscribe.